The night is deep, a velvet blanket draped over the world, hushing every sound but the quiet rhythm of your own breath. You sit perhaps in a corner of your room where shadows pool like soft water, or maybe you're lying awake, staring at the ceiling, where thoughts swirl like stars too distant to touch. The soul feels heavy tonight, doesn't it? Like a stone carried too long, worn smooth by worry, by questions that have no answers. Fear whispers in the silence, a voice that says the light has faded, that God is far, that hope is a word for others, not for you. Yet here you are, listening, breathing, still seeking. There is courage in that, even if you cannot feel it now. Before we begin, can you share with me, where are you and what time is it? Maybe somewhere, God is using that very moment to touch you, gently and very real. Close your eyes, if you can, and let the world fall away. Picture a quiet place, a forest at dusk, where the last light lingers on the leaves, or a chapel with a single candle burning, its flame small but steady. Feel the air, cool and soft, brushing against your skin. This is where we start, in the silence, where the soul can speak. You are tired, I know. The days have been long, the nights longer still. Perhaps you've wondered if God hears you, if he sees the ache you cannot name. Perhaps you've asked, in the quiet of your heart, why the light feels so far away. Lord, if you are here, let me feel you, just a whisper, just a touch. The fear that grips you now is not a stranger. It is the shadow of doubt, the weight of loneliness, the echo of moments when you felt unseen. But fear is not the end of the story. St. John Paul II, that gentle shepherd, once said that fear is overcome by love, by trust in the one who never abandons us. He knew the darkness of the human heart, the way it can tremble under the weight of life's burdens. Yet he also knew the light that does not demand perfection, only presence. You are here, and that is enough. God does not ask for your strength tonight, only your willingness to stay, to listen, to let him sit beside you in the quiet. Imagine for a moment that you are not alone in this silence. Picture a presence, warm and gentle, like a friend who needs no words. This is God, not as a distant king, but as a companion who knows every crack in your heart. He does not come with answers tonight, but with stillness, with a love that wraps around you like a shawl. The light is still there, even if your eyes cannot see it yet. It is in the breath you take, in the courage to face this moment, in the quiet hope that brought you here. Father, my heart is heavy, my eyes are blind. Hold me, please, until the morning comes. Let us linger here, in this sacred pause. There is no need to rush, no need to find the right words. The soul speaks in sighs, in tears, in the simple act of staying. Think of the nights when John Paul II knelt in prayer, his heart carrying the weight of the world. He too knew fear, the fear of war, of loss, of a world that seemed to forget God. Yet he trusted, always, that the light was near, hidden in the ordinary, in the broken, in the human. You are human, beloved, and that is where God meets you. Not in the places where you feel strong, but in the places where you feel small. The silence is not empty. It is full of God's presence, full of the promise that you are not forgotten. The fear that haunts you is real, but it is not the truth. The truth is that you are seen, you are known, You are loved beyond measure. Let that truth settle into your bones like warmth after a long cold. The light is still there, waiting to be found, not in grand revelations, but in the quiet of this moment, in the gentle rhythm of your breath, in the courage to whisper one more prayer. Jesus, I am afraid, but I am here. Stay with me, light my way. As we rest in this silence, let the weight of your soul soften. You do not need to carry it alone. God is here, closer than your breath, holding the pieces of your heart. The night is long, but it is not eternal. The light is still there, and it will find you, as surely as the dawn finds the earth. For now, simply be. Be with God, be with yourself, be with the quiet. There is healing in this stillness, a healing that begins not with answers, but with presence. You are enough, just as you are, and the light is closer than you know. The night deepens, and your heart, like a weary traveler, searches for rest. The silence holds you now, but it is not always a comfort, is it? There are moments when it feels like a mirror, reflecting the ache of loneliness, the echo of a faith that feels broken, the questions that circle like moths around a flame. You wonder perhaps if God has turned away, if your prayers are too small, too fragile to reach Him. The soul whispers its fears. Am I alone? Have I wandered too far? Yet here, in this tender darkness, you are not abandoned. The light is still there, hidden in the cracks of your heart, waiting to be seen. Lord, my voice is weak, my faith is frail. Catch my words, hold them close. Imagine yourself in a vast field under a starless sky, the air cool, the ground soft beneath your feet. You carry a lantern, its glow faint, flickering with every gust of doubt. This is your faith tonight, not a roaring fire, but a small trembling light. St. John Paul II knew this feeling, the weight of a world that seemed to dim the soul's flame. He spoke of faith as a journey, not a destination, a path where we stumble, where we question, yet where God walks beside us, unseen but ever present. Your lantern may flicker, but it has not gone out. You are still here, holding it, and that is a miracle. The loneliness you feel is a heavy cloak, woven from moments of rejection, of silence, of dreams that slipped through your fingers. It tells you that no one sees, that no one cares. But God sees. He sees the nights you've cried, the days you've carried on despite the ache. He knows the name of every tear, the shape of every wound. In His eyes, you are not a shadow, but a beloved child, radiant even in your brokenness. The light is still there, not in the absence of pain, but in the truth that you are never alone. Father, the silence is loud, the darkness deep. Sit with me, be my company. Let us pause here in the field of your heart and breathe. The questions that haunt you, why this pain, where are you, are not signs of failure, but of a heart that seeks. John Paul II once wrote that suffering is a mystery, but it is also a meeting place with God. Your loneliness, your doubt, your broken faith, these are not walls, but doors. They open to a deeper trust, a trust that does not demand answers, but presence. God is not waiting for you to be whole, to be certain. He is here, in the fragments, in the flicker of your lantern, whispering, I am with you. Picture now a moment from your past, a time when you felt God's touch, perhaps in a kind word, a quiet sunrise, a song that stirred your soul. That was not an accident. It was God reaching through the ordinary to say, I see you. I love you. The memory is a thread connecting you to the light that never fades. Even now, when faith feels distant, that thread remains. Hold it gently, not with force, but with hope. The light is still there, woven into the fabric of your life, waiting for you to notice. Jesus, my heart is tired. My steps are slow. Carry me, light my path. The journey of faith is not a straight line, but a spiral, circling through doubt and trust, darkness and light. You may feel you've lost your way, but God has not lost you. He is the shepherd who seeks the one, the father who waits for the prodigal, the friend who stays through the night. Your brokenness is not a barrier, but a bridge. It is where God meets you, where His light shines brightest, not to blind you, but to warm you, to guide you home. Let the field fade now and rest in this truth. You are enough. Your faith, however small, is a seed, and God is the gardener who tends it. The loneliness you feel is real, but it is not the end. The light is still there in the quiet of this moment, in the courage to whisper one more prayer, in the love that holds you even now. You are not alone, and the dawn is closer than you know. The night holds you still, its quiet a cradle for your weary soul. The weight of shame, like a stone in your chest, whispers that you are not enough, that your mistakes have dimmed the light forever. Loneliness has softened, perhaps, but now there is this other ache, the fear that you've wandered too far, that forgiveness is for others, not for you. Yet in this tender darkness, God's mercy waits, not as a distant promise, but as a warm embrace, ready to heal what feels broken. The light is still there, glowing in the places where you feel most unworthy, calling you back to hope. Lord, my heart is stained, my soul ashamed. Wash me gently, make me whole. Picture a river, its waters slow and silver under the moonlight, winding through a valley of quiet trees. You stand at its edge, your reflection trembling in the current. The river is God's mercy, endless and deep, flowing not to judge, but to cleanse. St. John Paul II often spoke of mercy as the heart of God, a love that seeks the broken, the lost, the ashamed. He knew the human heart's tendency to hide, to believe it is beyond redemption. But he also knew the truth. No soul is too far, no wound too deep for God's healing touch. You are not your mistakes. You are His beloved. Shame tells you to look away, to bury your heart in silence. But God invites you to step into the river, to let its waters carry away the weight you've carried too long. Forgiveness is not a prize to be earned, but a gift, given freely because you are His. The light is still there, not in your perfection, but in your willingness to be seen, to be loved, to be healed. Dip your hands into the water, feel its coolness, its gentleness. This is God meeting you where you are, whispering, "You are mine." Father, I am afraid to be seen. Hold my hand, lead me to your mercy. Let us linger by this river, breathing in the quiet. The shame you feel is heavy, but it is not the truth. The truth is that God's love is vaster than your failures, deeper than your regrets. John Paul II once said that mercy is God's greatest attribute, a love that transforms suffering into hope. Your shame is not a chain, but a doorway to grace. Each step toward forgiveness, toward yourself, toward others, toward God, imo is a step toward the light. You do not need to be whole to begin. You only need to be here, open, trusting. Imagine now a moment when you felt forgiven, perhaps by a friend, a loved one, or even yourself. Recall the lightness, the way the world seemed to soften, to glow. That was God's mercy working through the ordinary, reminding you that you are never beyond His reach. The light is still there, in the kindness you've received, in the courage to try again, in the quiet hope that stirs even now. Hold that moment like a pebble in your hand, smooth and warm, a reminder that mercy is always near. Jesus, my wounds are deep, my trust is thin. Heal me slowly, light my way. The river flows on, carrying your shame, your fear, your doubt. You are not defined by what you've done, but by who you are, a child of God, created for love, destined for light. Forgiveness is not a single moment, but a journey, one that God walks with you, step by step. He does not rush you, does not demand you be more than you are. He simply stays, His mercy a steady current, His light a gentle glow that grows brighter with each breath. As you stand by the river, feel the air soften, the night grow less heavy. You are being made new, not by your own strength, but by God's grace. The light is still there, in the mercy that surrounds you, in the hope that rises like a quiet tide. You are enough, just as you are, and God's love is holding you, healing you, guiding you home. Let the river carry you now. Let it wash away the weight. Let it lead you to peace. The night is softer now, its edges blurred by a gentle peace that settles over your soul. The river of mercy has carried you here, to a place where the weight of shame and fear feels lighter, where the light is not just a distant hope, but a warmth you can almost touch. You are tired, yes, but you are not alone. God is here, His presence like a lantern glowing in the dark, steady and sure. The light is still there, eternal, unending, waiting to enfold you in its embrace, to lead you to rest. Lord, my soul is weary, my steps are few. Be my rest, be my home. Picture a garden at dawn, where the first rays of sunlight kiss the petals of sleeping flowers. The air is cool, fragrant with the scent of earth and dew. You sit on a stone bench, your heart quiet, your breath slow. This is the garden of God's love, a place where every wound is tended, every tear is known. St. John Paul II often spoke of hope as a gift, a light that shines even in the darkest moments. He knew the world's pain, yet he trusted in the dawn, in the God who makes all things new. You are in that dawn now, beloved, and the light is all around you. The journey has been long, hasn't it? The nights of doubt, the days of carrying a heart too heavy for words. But here, in this garden, you can lay it down. The light is still there, not because you have earned it, but because it is God's very nature. A love that never fades, a presence that never leaves. Feel the warmth of the sun on your face, the softness of the grass beneath your feet. This is God holding you, healing you, whispering, "You are enough. Father, I am small, but I am yours. Wrap me in your light. Keep me close." Let us rest here in the garden of your soul and breathe. The fears that once gripped you are fading, like shadows before the dawn. The loneliness, the shame, the broken faith, they are not the end of your story. They are the soil from which hope grows, tended by God's gentle hands. John Paul II once said that we are not the sum of our weaknesses, but of the Father's love for us. You are loved, not for what you do, but for who you are, a child of light, a bearer of God's image, a heart made for eternity. Imagine now a moment of peace from your life, a time when the world felt right, when your soul was still. Perhaps it was a quiet morning, a shared laugh, a moment of prayer that felt like home. That peace was God, weaving His light into your days, reminding you that He is always near. The light is still there, in the memories that warm you, in the courage to face this moment, in the quiet trust that grows like a seed. Hold that peace now. Let it fill you. Let it be your strength. Jesus, my heart is open. My soul is still. Stay with me. Light my forever. As the garden glows with the colors of dawn, feel the truth settle deep within you. You are not alone, and you never will be. The light is still there in the love that surrounds you, in the hope that rises, in the God who calls you His own. You do not need to be perfect, only present. God is here, His arms wide, His heart open, ready to carry you through the night, through the day, through all that is to come. Let us close with a prayer, a whisper from your soul to God's heart. Eternal Father, you who see every tear, you who know every ache, be my light tonight. Hold me when I falter, guide me when I stray, love me when I cannot love myself. Your light is my home, your mercy my rest, your presence my peace. Thank you for never leaving, for never tiring, for never letting go. Wrap me in your dawn, now and forever. Amen. The garden fades, but the light remains, eternal, gentle, yours. Rest now, beloved, in the embrace of God, in the truth that you are seen, you are known, you are loved. The light is still there, and it will never leave you. The dawn is breaking now, its soft glow a promise that the night does not last forever. You have journeyed through the silence, through the ache of loneliness and shame, through the river of mercy to this garden of light. Your soul, once so heavy, is lighter now, not because the pain is gone, but because you know you do not carry it alone. God is with you, His love a lantern that never fades, His presence a home that never turns you away. St. John Paul II, with his gentle heart, would tell you to trust this light, to let it guide you, even when the path is unclear. The world is vast, and life is often tiring, but you are held in a love that is vaster still. The light is still there in the quiet moments, in the courage to keep going, in the prayers that rise like breath. You are not alone, and you are enough just as you are. As you step back into your day, carry this truth. God's light is not something you must find, but something that finds you. It is in the laughter of a friend, the stillness of a morning, the strength to try again. Rest in that light, beloved, and let it lead you home.